Alright, this is still Badagry Parrot just reporting live from Aradago, and of course today, like I said, we'll be having some guests in our midst, and they are all here with me. Having with us the Chief Executive Director of Voice of the Farmers. Voice of the Farmers is just one of those media houses that is spanning up in Badagry, and they're working rapidly towards promoting the agricultural sector of Badagry Federation as a whole. When I mean Badagry Federation, I'm talking about Badagry West, Badagry Central, and Olonda LCD. We're just going to go straight to the introduction. And I'm going to start from the right-hand side. Can you please meet you, sir?
Good morning, everyone listening to us out there. My name is Garuba Afiz Olumide. I am the founder and the team lead of Voice of the Farmers. I think that's what the person said I should talk about now. So that's just a bit
No, you can tell us more about yourself.
Yes, let me say.
Academic background.
Okay, I'm also in the media space, and I think I studied telecommunication science at the University of Ilorin, which I graduated in 2017. So I've been in the media space for the past 6-7 years. So and since then, at least I've been learning, and I'm still learning as well. So I started my media career from Lagelu FM. Yes, it's a radio station in Ibadan where I did my internship. From there, I moved to Radio ITA. Yes, in Ibadan. So from there, I came to Lagos. So I started with Stars African Media Limited. So I also work as head of operation for Nigeria Tourism Radio. I know everybody knows Nigeria Tourism Radio very well. So from
that's where we know you before you eventually tell your last GT. You don't know who knows who's in you.
Exactly.
You really sad, and today we are happy that you're having a media, online media outfit of your own, and you're doing well, and that has prompted us to invite you down to Badagry Parrot Media House as not just a professional in the field, but a colleague that we're also proud of. But on the left here, I have my very good brother, my blood brother. Badagry, we're always together. Everybody is just together. Yes, sir. Can you please introduce yourself to the world?
Okay, my name is Abidemi Setonji. I'm from Badagry West, Yekime village precisely. So, as funny as it could be, or it can be, I didn't study anything close to media or anything close to communications in school. I'm a medical student. I studied physiology in school. So finding my path in the media world has been something that I've always done from school. So getting into the media world, I started as a photographer, then to be a cinematographer.
Photo!
That was what I started.
So, when I hear some of these stories, I'm always happy because people need to learn.
Yeah, of course.
And that's just it. And you started as a photographer. Even though you studied, what did you study?
Physiology.
Physiology.
Medical student.
Physiology. Very close to medical sciences.
Yeah, of course, definitely. So that has been the journey so far. So getting into the Voice of the Farmers, I had to key into the vision when the team lead called me and said, this is what I have and this is what I want to project. And I said, it's fantastic. I want to actually go on this journey with you. Because we started from, as I mentioned before, a media house here in Badagry, Stars African Media Limited. We worked together at Nigeria Tourism Radio. It was my organic field then. It was the head of operations, I was the head of program. So, but we moved out almost at the same time to start the Voice of the Farmers. And so far, we've been doing great and we are grateful to God.
All right, you've heard from both of them. None of them studied mass communication. And of course, myself didn't study, but out of practice, out of experience, out of learning, out of training, and that is what we're talking about when it comes to youth capacity development. Sure. You need to diversify, you need to look for your creative path, so that you can actually fit in and you can sustain, especially in this period where we're having serious economic challenge. You need to find a new path, just be creative. And let's get to work. When actually did the Voice of Farmers started?
Yes, I started 27th of April 2021, and that was my birthday. So that was when I started everything. And I wouldn't want to say much about that because anytime I want to say this, it's somehow emotional to me. Because, I want to use this medium to give a very big thank you to Mr. Sergio Oketojunu. That is the last Kafan president, the president of Kafan president. Yes, let me say he's one of the person that, okay, Olumide, you can do this. You have this talent, at least you can push, you can drive this. So that was when the vision started, 27th of April 2021, that was when we started Voice of the Farmer.
27th of April, which is your birthday, was when you started this very program, and we're enjoying you. I mean, personally, I am enjoying you, and a lot of other persons are enjoying you. You've been doing a lot of activities, bringing out the agricultural potentials that Badagry really stands for. And we have no choice than to tap into this and to further see how we can expand. I haven't heard how far so good. Let me ask from you. How far so good? Yeah.
Well, the journey has been good so far.
It started last year, right?
No, last 2 years.
So last 2 years.
21. So
2 years now.
2 years now.
How far?
Well, the journey has been good, and at a point in time, my Oga here, my friend, my boss, he left to pursue another dream in another media house. But while he was doing that, I used to contact him. I used to ask him, are we going to do this thing or are we not going to do it? That's Voice of the Farmers.
Are you ready to commit?
Or are we not going to do it? I think where you are is going to limit you, so why not leave there? Because if we fly this thing on our own, we will know that yes, this thing is flying on its own. The days that we will not eat, we will know that we will not eat. The days that we will eat, we know that we will eat. The days that we will use money to cover money to go somewhere to do something.
Just strategize.
Exactly. So people are not doing all these things, but we are the ones feeling it. But so far so good. The journey has been great. It has been exceptional. I do not regret leaving where I used to be to pursue this.
Yeah.
I do not regret it. So far so good. The journey has been great and exceptional.
So far so good. The journey has been great and exceptional. What are some of the programs you've done before now?
Yes, we started with farm visitation. When you're talking about agriculture, it's one of the things we need to do is the practical aspect of it. So we started with farm visitation, where we go to farms, we visit them, we do interview when there are challenges or anything, we let people know this is what is happening. That was where we started from. So from there we moved to programs online. The experience is there. And that's from where we started from, like the UFM, radio IT, Nigeria Tourism Radio. The experience is there. It is just to do it is just very easy for us because the experience is there.
You're just flowing.
Exactly. It's just easy for us to. So we come up with the farmers hangout, which is one of our programs that we always do. Because one of the things we stand for is just to say we celebrate, we promote, and we educate farmers. That is it. That is our program.
You promote
and we educate. And why do we even celebrate farmers? I've never heard about anything called farmers and what?
At all?
No, there is not. That shows people that are feeding the nation, they are less celebrated. So that was why we took it upon ourselves that, okay, let's see in our own little way, how can we celebrate the farmers? So at least so far so good, we've celebrated up to like 5 farmers because we started the program like 3 or 4 months ago. So we took them on a shopping to Smart Minimum.
Yes.
At least.
I was like, oh, these guys, they're not big guys. So people that will just shoot the video, people will not bounce, they carry. But I'm sure none of them is taking television, flat TV.
No, we are still going to get there. We are going to get there. So at least, in our own little way, if you celebrate someone and you let them know what they are doing is very important and you recognize them, it's going to give them more morale, like a morale booster, like, okay, yes, do more. So, and we want to appreciate the people that supported us the last episode we did. Okay. Now, it's not as if we are sponsors yet. Everything is self-funding, like, and let's bring your own, we can bring my own, and let's put them together. People
that's young individuals.
Exactly. So, but the last episode we did, there is someone that supported us, but he said we shouldn't mention his name. That is sponsor. And we have Mr. Israel Joshua too. He supported us with something. Okay, fine. I love what you guys are doing, and at least I want to support you with this farmers hangout. So we have different programs that we do just in the area of agriculture.
So many programs. Meet the farmers award.
Exactly. Farmers hangout.
Farmers hangout. I mean,
on the spot, every school must own a farm. Like
do you know that? Actually, I don't know that we have. There was a time you tell me somebody, was it tomato farm or rice farm? You know, something. I think it's tomato farm. And I was like, so we have tomato farm in Badagry. The only thing that I know that we have in Badagry, and most people know, imagine Parrot is cassava.
Exactly.
Paki.
We have more than that in Badagry. More than that. There's rice, tomatoes,
I was surprised. You know,
yeah,
and would you say since you started, you've discovered, you know, more other products? I think that was the time you also interviewed somebody on snailry or whatever.
Sure.
Sure.
You know, one thing about this is that, you know, people don't really know there are many things going on in Badagry, and that is what we want to let people know. It's not, Voice of Farmer is not only meant for Badagry, so I need to let people know about that. We are
starting.
Yes, this is our album matter. Yes, you cannot, no doubt about that. We are moving to Lagos very soon, moving to Abeokuta, now we are going to have branches in every state because we said it's voice of the farmers, and farmers are everywhere in the world. So at least let's start from Nigeria first, that's our country. So what I'm trying to say is that, you see, some people don't know there are other crops that do well in Badagry. So I want people to know, and it is like a blessing for us. You know, when you plant banana or plantain in Badagry, the way it's like grow, it's even surprising. Plantain. Now to talk of coconuts, now to talk of tomato, now to talk of cucumber, watermelon.
It's not only cassava and corn.
No, just cassava.
You know, but those days I remember we stayed in locals together, and you know, Mr. Search Farm is not just, it didn't just start today.
Nah.
I tell people I knew when Mr. Search, I'm used to Badagry, you know. I knew where he started with just one fish, and was
at the backyard.
Yeah, in backyard.
Yeah,
and was bringing it in one of the, they would just cut the pan, you know, let me use the local language. And you just, I mean, and he was able to, you know, breed it, and it got almost bigger, times 12.
It has grown bigger than necessary.
I mean, and today we are happy that the boy is doing well. You can't mention agriculture in Nigeria now. I'm not talking about Badagry.
No.
Without mentioning his name.
Outside Nigeria.
I mean, so what are we trying to portray? We are saying it's high time we need to, you know, look into agriculture. There was somebody I followed down to, I think the person wanted to get some land in Badagry, and he was like, along Seme, and he was like, what is all this land doing here? He said it to my face. I won't say it with apology. He said, you people are lazy. I mean, he said it to my face, and he was like, you people are lazy. These cents are something you can just use to produce farm, you know, to have some farm produce, and you can, you know, eventually make some money.
Definitely.
Out of some. So these are the things that we're talking about. And so when I heard about Voice of the Farmer, not just knowing you outside Voice of the Farmer, I think it is good we make it official. And that's one thing I want to lead me to the issue of award. Please, giving them one-on-one may not be sustainable.
Okay.
True.
Let's make it more
an event.
Well, if you are saying you want it to be more of an event, then that means we need to go. You need to open some doors for us, media-wise, and
that's what we're doing. And God will open the doors. It's not easy.
Because my own phone cannot.
No, you see, I'm just happy that we have representatives that are interested in the affairs of the local government, not just the constituency or the state they are representing.
Sure.
And they know, I mean, particular youths that are known for this, and they know how best to support us.
Definitely.
I'm very confident that the new breed of appointees, I used to say it, they have a lot to offer people like you, people like myself, and you know, other responsive youths. If you notice very recently, the appointment of Mr. President, Ashwadi Bola has been centered around youth.
Sure.
And that's to tell us that the youth are taking, you know, the center stage. And these are, if you are not doing anything, definitely there's nothing they can add up to. But let's get back to your current project. Your current project, every school must own a farm. I saw that and it actually struck my heart. Every school must own a farm.
You know
what prompted that? What brought that initiative?
Let me just say that I was telling my friend, I think some days ago, that you know I got the inspiration when I was in the restroom.
You know,
Exactly. I was just like, actually, that was very inspirational.
Bad guy. Okay.
Like, I was like, this agriculture, yes, our president said we want to go into agriculture and that is what this administration is focusing on. Fine. Okay, what can we do as a brand? At least let's see how we can have more youth inclusion in agriculture. And you know, there is always a popular saying, catch them young, catch them young, catch them young. Fine. Let's see how, okay, let's come up with something saying every school must own a farm. Because we believe if this thing started, you know, even children, they stay more in the school than home. I think it's only weekends that they have the time to stay at home. So they are always in the school. So if they have these practical ends on agriculture in the school, it's going to go a long way. Like at least it's going to really help us when we're talking about sustainability, when we're talking about food security. Because one of the major things is that I always say this, someone can afford to work naked when the war started. Like people can afford to work on the street naked because nobody will even check anything, say check it. But nobody can work like hunger. You know, if even if you are fasting, you definitely you break. You get it? So that means food is very, very important. So now looking at how can we increase the production of food now, it is for us to start catching them young. And that is what we brought about this issue of every school must own a farm. So on this project, we have 4 phases on this project, and which we have started already. So I want to use this medium to say, like, you know, when you want to make a friend.
You have 4 phases.
Yes, I'm talking about that. When you want to make a friend, you need to make friends that key into your vision. That key into your vision. I want to say a very big thank you to my colleague, that is Badagry. You know, when I just come up with an idea, I'm like, let's do this thing.
I was talking about him. I just said,
okay.
You know, it's very rare to see someone that is very loyal to your vision.
Exactly.
That is loyal to you. Exactly. And that is, you know, committed to your vision.
Exactly. So a big thank you to him. So the project is in 4 phases. The first phase is awareness. You know, when you want to do something, you need to let people know that this is what I'm bringing on board. So after that, we are talking about training. Yes, awareness, training. Because when we go to every schools, we will tell you which sector do you want us to train you on. Like we've been to Badagry group of school, we've been to Icon Hall, we've been to Kanko Model College, and we've been to different schools. So they have different sectors they want us to train them on. So that is the second phase, training. So after the training, we are going to do a farm setup. You know, when we train you, we don't just leave you like, okay, yeah, continue. No, we'll do a farm setup for you, but it's going to be a commitment from the schools and the students. Because if you know your money is in this thing, you know what they take to score now. That's what we call equity now. So they will be the one to commit their money, their land, their space, and everything. While the last one is the mentorship now. You know, we can't just leave you that, okay, we've trained you. We still need to monitor you and at least follow up with what you are doing. So that is basically what every school must do.
You just answered the next question I was about to ask you. That what difference are you bringing? What differences are you bringing into the school project they are doing? Because I won't lie to you. I remember while I was in Badagry school, every science student that is offering agriculture as a subject must have a farm.
Sure.
I wouldn't know if that is sustainable, is still applicable now. No. So I was about asking because definitely you still have some schools that have these farm.
Yes.
I was about asking you what differences, what's the unique thing you are bringing into the system to make it, you know, something exceptional. And you just told us that you're bringing in 4 phases to make it sustainable. And the first one is awareness, create deeper awareness about it. You know, training. Training is not just coming to class to just do one subject and that is all. No. And of course, there will be farm setup compulsory for those students. Farm setup. And then, of course, there will be what? Mentorship. That is guiding them
towards production until they harvest.
Wow. What's your take on that?
Okay, so let me quickly have this, and I will just say this briefly. Why should people partner to ensure that this is a success? Now, this is it. While growing up I graduated from Badagry Grammar School. Okay. And I used to remember, like you said, we used to have a farm. So now, what has become of the farm? I don't know if they still have it there. I used to grow up thinking farming is a poor man's business or thing. But while I grew up and getting into the voice of the farmer thing, I discovered that farming is not just going to the farm to it's a business. So we want to create a new set of mindset as regards new generation of agripreneurs. And what I mean by agripreneurs is, don't think you can, yes, you're doing farming in school, but the idea is you carry this knowledge from the school. While you've gotten the awareness, the training, the setup, and the mentorship, you will carry this mindset, this idea from the school to your own. Now you can have a farm at home as a student. You can have a farm anywhere else. Whether your father has a land laying fallow, you can go there, access the land, plant, make money. You can even use such money to send yourself to school, free your parents from the body. And what we are also doing is, when you leave school, what becomes of you? Do you have to still wait a year, 2 years for job? Now let's think about the present economy of the whole country, the school system of the whole country. So we are trying to ensure that let your mindset be stopped or created around a particular idea that you can become something even before you get admission, you can become something. You can start something regarding agriculture. You can be a doctor and still be a farmer.
Do you guys know that what you're even doing is bringing another paradigm shift and mindset of most of these young guys that just felt,
yes, definitely.
I want to go to my families for old people.
As shocking as it is now, even the young people, the old people, they don't even go retire. No, seriously, the statistics now is that we're having more youth inclusion in agriculture. More youth inclusion in agriculture, that's what we're having now. But it is still not enough. It is still not enough. Now, you don't have to sit down and say, because I'm a doctor. No, you don't even have to go to the farm. You can sit in your house and do the farming thing.
All right, let me get back to Mr. Olumi. Mr. Olumi, would you say that the government at all level, when I mean at all level, federal, state, and local government, would you say that they are doing well in terms of investing in agricultural development?
Okay, fine. That's a good question, which I will not I won't shy or say.
No, I just wanted to say it.
Yes, to me, the federal government is doing a very good job. Especially this administration, they are giving more focus to agriculture, I think, which is a good one. So coming down to our state, so me, I'm not a politician, but I must give this to Badagry. He has been doing a wonderful job when it comes to agriculture, and to our commissioner as well. Iron Lady. She's doing a very good job. Yes, I want to give a kudos to her. So coming down to our local government, I think that is where we are lagging behind now. I need to say this. I know I'm alive, so I need to say
you are saying it to their face.
Exactly, I need to say this. So it's not as if they are not doing, but they need to do more. That is what
right.
Because we collaborate with them too. So we work with them hand in hand. But I think if this is just like a child.
It should not be when they want to go for best farmer of the year. There's one program.
So there's a lot they can do.
That's when it's supposed to government.
Exactly.
Organizing. They will not remember. Farmers. Okay. We are inviting you to Lagos. It shouldn't just be that.
So they need to do more.
How do you think they can do more?
One thing is just that they need to engage the stakeholders. That is just it. Sometimes they are in the office.
Okay.
And their mindsets might not be going to some ideas. When we are, we have different sectors in agriculture. We have the aquaculture, the horticulture, the poultry, and other stuff like that. Everybody have their challenges. So you need to have a roundtable meeting or a discussion with the stakeholders. What are your challenges? How do you think you can come in? And most especially, where I want them to come in the market. Yes, that is very, very important. Yes, everybody is producing. Where are we selling this to? And they can generate a lot of funds. They can generate a lot of funds from this market alone. There is nothing stopping us from having a particular thing that we call a farm market, Badagry farm market. But what they will be bringing there is just fresh farm produce. So that's why I said they should.
And people will come and patronize.
Yes, that's why I said they should involve.
It may not be for every day.
Exactly.
Maybe for weekends.
Yes.
Maybe for.
Maybe more.
So I think if they look into that, that will be a revenue generation to them as well, and it's going to be a sustainable one if it is managed well. So that is just my advice for the local government.
Wow. And of course, on your own part, the local government, aside from the farm market that you mentioned.
Well,
I have mine anyway, but I'm not the one that's responding. I'm giving out questions.
He has said it all though, and my take on it is, yes, the offices are open,
Okay.
but what comes out of the office.
But you know we have a Department of Agriculture.
They are there, no issue, we give them. I even off my cap for them, let my order.
They need to do more.
But they need to do more. See, it becomes an issue when you drop a letter for a particular thing, but you have to go and go and go and go. Now this thing is, we're not even asking you to bring the money, because yes, you might not want to bring the money because you want to spend it. Why not be the one to facilitate this thing, but you can take it through us? So I think they should do more towards working on time and extensively on every letter or every issues that are brought to them. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of lapses as regards that area, where you have to now start going to someone's office to start reminding them of letter and this is, yes, it's a government job.
The secretariat needs to be up and doing.
Up and doing. They pick up what you need to do on time and do it on time. If we have the same spirit, or we have the same mindset of leaving things to wallow, we won't be where we are today. So there are a lot of things that needs to be.
I don't know, I've never invited you.
That is it. So a lot of things need to be cleared up about them. So
I also want to think, I also want to add that the local government also needs to do more in terms of empowerment.
Exactly.
Empowerment of farmers. That's one area I think the local government also needs to look into. I know they do some, but it should be more strategic. I mean,
very, very
the empowerment should be more strategic, involving, that boils down to what Mr. Lumini said, involving the stakeholders.
Yes.
Sure.
Because if you are empowering them without knowing their needs, then there are issues.
I don't know what to do.
Giving somebody net, and maybe at that particular time,
does not mean a net.
Even in a net, maybe it's a boat. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's why they sell it immediately they leave the
So even before empowerment, whatever, do like a consultative forum. Just the same way we have the House of Assembly.
Yes.
They will do consultative forum, gather their facts, get back to the house, deliberate and see, and then they come back, and those are part of the things that are contribute to the policies, programs and projects. So I think the local government also needs to invite that, having a consultative agricultural forum,
sure,
where they will now know this is me by loan tower, this is what we need and all of that, and they will now know how best to reach out to the right set of people and not just politicians alone. Giving it out.
We have political farmers.
Yeah, we have political farmers too. I mean, most environment will end, we close up after 3 months.
Goes to them.
So please, and that is that for the local government. Let's get to the issue of agriculture as alternative to oil. Do you see agriculture as alternative to oil? Let me go back to you.
Yes, agriculture is the. Thank you for asking that question. He sent me something. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? He sent me something, I think it was the day before yesterday, a write-up that was supposed to send to somebody, and I looked it up and I said, okay, let me add something to it. Now, agriculture is the foremost ROI that most countries are actually relying on as their GDP right now. When we talk about China, Indonesia, Philippines, India, most of these Asian countries, agriculture is the forefront. Over 20% of their employment rate is based on agriculture. Wow. That is what Nigeria can actually do. Yes, because oil now, whether we like it or not, yes, oil is there. But what are we doing? Okay, the same thing somebody said about the lands at Semi Road was the same thing somebody was telling me. I was coming from Ibadan one day, and then we were looking at all the lands there, and somebody said, and then we are shouting that Nigeria is poor. Agriculture is the way. Let's look at aquaculture. It has a very huge gap that we have not even covered. Let's look at cassava. It has a huge gap. And people are demanding these things every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Especially in this period of subsidy.
Every day. There are products that are being exported every day. So what are we doing to increase that GDP so that we will have a better ROI for the country? Now, even not just for the country, the person at the least of the table would also benefit and also stand well. Farmers are not supposed to be complaining about the economy. If you're a farmer, we are not supposed to be complaining about the economy because farmers are rich. In the Asian countries, farmers are the richest. Even in America, farmers are the richest. In Canada, farmers are the richest. Let's go and check our facts and statistics very well. farmers are the richest. So what are we doing in this country? That means there are lots that we are lagging behind, and the only thing that we think we can rely on is oil. And oil is far less beyond it. There's something we call agro-tourism. Maoga. Agro-tourism. That is another way that we can actually generate this thing. Tourism is there, agriculture is there. And we've even linked it together. Agro-tourism, what are we doing?
Let people come from far out.
Yes, now, we take them on farm tours. That's what we do.
If you are talking about agro-tourism, we've not got into that stage. We can only get there when we start practicing mechanized agriculture.
But we are farming.
We have the farmland, but the truth is we need to have this mechanized farming.
But now the thing is, we've seen the news about Shetima urging FCTA to do this one against this one, and this one is partnering with Israel to do this one. See, I understand we have all this partnership, but what is going to come out of all the partnership? I'm not a politician. I just like to speak on fact. What is going to come out of this partnership? Is it not going to be the same thing that we are going to just dish out money? We are going to just hear the money, or we are going to just hear that there's going to be a particular partnership and then there's nothing coming out of it?
All right, Mr. Bidemi, let me get back to the CEO here, right here.
You see, my own thought about this is somehow going to be different. You see, I don't anybody doing consumable goods, you are going to make a lot of money from it. And you know, one of the most consumable goods in Nigeria, or let me say in the whole world, is food. That is where agriculture is coming in. So when they are saying, is agriculture an alternative to oil? I think the answer should be yes. Because we need to start having another mindset and at least think outside the box, even if possible break the box. So there is no box. Okay, the next thing to do is
as they just open the air to the last.
The next thing is just for you to go into agriculture. And I want to say this because I need to let people understand that agriculture is never a death job we think it was before. That was when we visited some schools. When I asked who wants to become a farmer, we rarely see people raising up their hand. But when we finish the awareness, we ask that some people will be raising up their hand to be a farmer. Because we need to let people know that agriculture is more than what you think it was. It is now a business now. That's why we call it agri-business. It is now a business. So you need to know if you are not just doing farming for hobby. Then it was because our fathers was farmer. That was why we followed them to farm. That's why we become a farmer. But now,
you have to be more intentional.
Exactly. So you're now. So what I want us to know is just that there are different value chains in agriculture. You see, even in aquaculture alone, we have many value chains there where you, as a media person, can even key into. And not stopping your media work. I don't think they're getting it. So you can go into the logistics, you can go into the processing, you can go into the production, and it's not stopping your media work. And you're making money. You see, one thing is that we need to start thinking of how can we grow what we are eating. Wait till you the job. Now you the job and you are the one who grow. You know, your Bible say, "See, people to go in the mission." If you have what you want to eat, you will think straight and know the next thing to do. I don't know if you are getting. So to me, I think the next alternative and what we need to be thinking of now is agriculture. Agriculture. That is just it. I'm not saying oil. People don't make money for oil now. And we are saying oil. How much are we buying fuel now? Yes, now let's think of it now. We are saying oil every day. The fuel is going up. So I think we need to start thinking outside the box and at least let everybody know that there's more in our cultural sector.
Okay, for those of you that are just joining us, this is still Badagry Parrot reporting live from the Luma studio where we have two young and agile individuals that are doing well in their field. These are experts in agriculture, they are media practitioners, and of course they are promoting Badagry to the world. Not just Badagry, the vision is beyond Badagry, as said by the CEO. And they want to believe that they are starting from here and they are doing well. Please do well by checking on their page on Facebook, Voice of the Farmers, and of course on Twitter.
Yes, on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
TikTok and YouTube, yes. Voice of the Farmers.
Yes.
Voice of, please do follow them also. You can get more inspiration. Maybe by the time you start hearing from people, you start hearing, experiences and all of that. You begin to have more interest, and of course, what we are doing here today is to also inspire others, that are agriculture, what we call our political. Our agriculture. That doesn't like agriculture, to be more interested in agriculture. And as I'm talking to you, I think I need to go and meet Mr. Said Farm and then get back on my foot. And they told me that I can get involved in agriculture without going to farm.
Yes,
I know that my money will speak. And these are some of the things that we are talking about. And, very quickly, let me go to Mr. Bidemi now. I want to ask this question.
Okay.
Would you say that with the subsidy intervention introduced by the federal government, which invariably, can send to the state and local, would you say it has helped boost the local produce?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
But most of the foods that are gotten for the subsidy, whatever, or the palliatives were bought from the local farmers.
The thing is, at the time that the subsidy was introduced, were times that people were not really ready to actually feel the heat of the subsidy removal. And even at the time that the palliative were distributed, people were still struggling to stand on their feet. They were still struggling to match up with the market demands and all these things like that. So it has affected farmers, everybody, but basically it has affected farmers in the sense that what they are buying at a particular rate has now increased to another rate, something they have not even planned for. Yes, we plan for miscellaneous things and situations that can actually come up. But it's different from when you are buying something at 400 naira, then all of a sudden the next day it shoots to 800 naira. So it becomes a problem for a farmer that is just trying to start up. For a farmer that is trying to sustain, it becomes a very huge problem. Now check out the cost of feeds, check out the cost of fertilizers, check out the cost of everything like that. It has even taken some out of business. It has taken some out of business. Yes, it's not. We'll get there soon because we are actually planning a program to focus on that area, to the effect of subsidy on farmers. We are actually planning a program to tackle that. So it has gotten a lot of people out of business. They are trying so hard to maintain. Even some
why they are even buying from them.
They are trying so hard to still maintain because some of them even they had access loan before the removal of subsidy.
Because I know how many Gary, Honorable Bello, Honorable Nibude, and Samola bought, beans. I saw so many showcasing.
Exactly. Kudos to them, actually. Kudos to them for doing that. It's a very nice initiative. But like I said, some of them they
are more in tricks.
Exactly. They have collected loan, they have accessed loan. So imagine when subsidy now entered. Now, I am unable to mix in on the farm to even pay the loan.
Okay, let me hear from you. The effect of subsidy on farmers.
Yes, to me, I think I will be talking in two ways now. You see, what the federal government is doing about the palliative is not the bad one. But my question is that what is the life after palliative? So the second one is that So the second one is that you see the effect of subsidy on farmers is huge. Even some of them cannot even control it again. Because it's really affecting them in a high way. I'm serious with you. Because you see, when we are talking about the cost of production, it has increased. To be sincere with you, because talking about people that are in the aquaculture sector, they need to pump out water now. Beating the use of water, is it not for? It's affecting them. And you see, I want to believe what you said that they get all those things from them. I want to believe that if it is true, so it is a good one. If that is what they did.
Of course, they can't get it from India now.
No, I know. You know definitely.
Our government is trying to.
If they get it, are not from political farmers now. If they are from the real farmers that are talking about, I think kudos to them. And I think that is what they did. But one thing is just that what we need to look at is just how can we push this effect on farmers? It's not about. I'm not saying the palliative is not good. Yes, it's good. But what are the things? Because now they said, when they did the removal of subsidy, they said they are going to distribute fertilizer, they are going to do this, they are going to do that. I'm not sure if any farmers in Badagry have gotten fertilizer. I'm not sure. Because if they have, we have contacted us, the article fertilizer. None of them has gotten that.
Maybe it's in the pipeline.
Okay, in the pipeline. Let us believe that. But one thing is just that we are not saying the government are not doing their job. Yes, they are doing a very good job, but they just need to do more and look into these farmers' issues now, because they are Let me just say it now.
The country is going to laugh.
Exactly. That is so. Please let them look into this subsidy of the thing. The palliative is fine, but let's see how we can push it the effect on the farmers. But I think that is my own take on this. Thank you.
All right, for those of you that are still just joining us, this is still Badagry Parrot News reporting live from Aradago, where we have our studio, and with me is Mr. Lumide, the CEO of Voice of the Farmers. It's an online media outfit, and they are doing well. And with him is the right-hand man, the lawyer man, and of course, a very committed brother to the cause. The person of Mr. Bidemi. Bidemi is doing well, and we are all here today to give you some updates as far as agriculture in Badagry is thriving. And that will take me to my next question, directly to you. Okay. You've been going from one place to another, you've been doing a lot in terms of agriculture in Badagry. Let's come down to our level.
Okay.
In Badagry here, how do you describe the agricultural sector?
To me, let me just give kudos to Badagrians, because when I'm talking about, I know there will be a day that I will call on the national TV to talk about my success story. I can never forget Badagry. That is what I need to be very factual and at this stage, because Badagry has done a lot of things. Exactly. That is so. Talking about the agricultural sector, yes, Badagrians are doing a lot of jobs. To be sincere with you, Badagrians are doing a lot of jobs. And you see, one thing about Badagry farmers is this, which I think I need to let the world know about this. Badagry farmers are not after your money. No. No.
They are just focused.
There is that, how much do you want to give them? Even politicians, they cannot even see a way that they can allow people What they want is just support. That is what they want.
Support.
And support comes, I think our government needs to listen to this. Support comes in different forms. That's what, when you say empowerment is not just money, that I give them money, no. You see, this technical training alone, it goes a long way. You can have just a piece of land, like not up to one plot, and what you'll be getting out of that one plot is more than what someone that is doing something else will get on 5 plots of land. That's what we call good agronomic practice gap. If farmers are doing that, it's going to increase their productivity. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that Badagry farmers are good. They are at least even they are accommodating. Because if they are not accommodating, we don't cook our lessons now. Because we are for them, so they accommodate us.
I'm sure they're also appreciating your effort.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say is that where farmers need support now is just support them with inputs. Now, okay, this one, they will need pumping machine, they will need generator, they will need freezer, they will need to support them with that, and also technical training. It is very, very important. In every environment that government wants to do, they should make sure technical training is very, very important. Because now, I hate that you come and where I'm calling it up. No, people are going into soilless farming now. Sure. If you don't have soil, you can farm. Soilless farming. Yes, soilless farming. There's something we call hydroponics. There's aquaponics. There's many things in agriculture that our farmers are yet to do.
Soilless farming.
Yes, you don't need soil.
I need you to explain very well.
Yes, when you are saying soilless,
because even now, if you are not, if you cannot carry baby, somebody else will carry the baby for you.
Exactly. So
things are happening.
When you say soilless now, you don't need to. Everything we do, we cultivate them on soil. Yes, but now you don't need to even use soil at all. You don't need soil at all. There is a way.
Using water, you use.
Yes, definitely you use water, and there is a way, there is a technology around it that we are going to at least see how we are going to make this thing work, guys. A setup that you do in your farm, and at least the thing is going to grow. And let me tell you what you are going to get from it, my brother. If you plant on soil for 2 years, you don't get the output of what soil is coming. Seriously, it is where the agriculture is, especially for vegetable farmers. I don't mean tomato, all those stuff. What they do now is soilless farming and greenhouse now. That is it. So farmers need technical training on all those things, and at least it's going to even increase their productivity.
All right, let's hear some good music, and of course we are still here on Badagry Parrot News Media. Give us that our own Ishagwe. Let our people enjoy it before we go ahead. We've been talking. We here with me Olumide Ara, Gegara, and Bidemi.
òkòlìyà òsíyọ̀ àti òye kò ì pé o gbèsè ni ó dà. Mo ní iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ iṣẹ́ òkòwò náà ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn ajá ìrìn náà. Láìsí ọgbọ́n àti òye kò ì pé owó ṣùgbọ́n gbèsè ni ó dà. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ iṣẹ́ òkòwò ni ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn ajá rẹ̀ oko dídá. Láìsí ọgbọ́n àti òye kò ì pé gbèsè ni ó dà. Ọmọdé iṣẹ́ oko ní màgbé ní àgbẹ̀.
Mr. Dafar Rayon, thank you so much. That's our LGA chairman. I cite you if you're watching. Jacob Waniyo, thank you so much for watching us. Ekun Dayo Welayo, thank you so much for watching. Sewedo Sukenu, Iyonbolu, thank you so much. Aside all of you, thank you for your comments.
No farmer, no food, no nation. Ẹgbẹ́ òsì mọ́ ebi apayé gbẹ. Olúṣọlá ọmọdé èmi ṣe tó àlè fàgbẹ́. Voice of the farmers rèé o, ẹgbẹ́ àgbẹ̀ lárugẹ. Igi tó bá ń sanwó fún ni ká máa tún di rẹ̀ ṣe ló dáa. Ikán parapọ̀ wọ́n mọ lé èrò parapọ̀ wọ́n má dìyàn. Ẹjẹ́ gbárùkù tàgbẹ̀ nílé yìí iṣẹ́ òkú lè máa tẹ̀síwájú. Ebi ò ní pa wá kú tọmọtọmọ. Bóyá lẹ́mọ̀ pé tẹkinọ́lọ́jì gan ti gbéra lórí iṣẹ́ oko. Ó ti yàtọ̀ sí iṣẹ́ oko tàtijọ́. Káàsà ẹ̀ka káàmọ̀ kó bá ń ṣe kiri kò sàbàjẹ́. Gbòòsà.
All right, thank you. Remove the cord. Don't disturb yourself. Thank you. God bless you. And of course, before we wrap it up, we just want to go into a few other sections outside the agricultural whatever, and that's how we cap it up. Mr. Man, you're a young man. You're doing well. And what do you love most?
Like, in what sense?
In any sense.
In any sense.
Yes.
So, talking about food now.
Like food.
I'm to like.
What's your best food?
My best food is beans.
Your best color?
My best color, I think, is white.
Is white.
Yes.
Okay, and of course, what other law will I ask for now? Are you single?
No, I'm not.
I want to market you to the world. You are not single, so that
he's boldly married.
No, they ask me for.
we cannot just be serious.
That one is like, I'm keeping that for.
All right. Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Who would you like to give shout out to?
Yes, I would love to give shout out to. I think the first person I will do that to is Mr. Sergio Michael. You see, I sat down and I think that who is this man? It's not just because I'm seeing him or I think Mr. Sergio Okedodini is just a wonderful day, to be sincere with you. And it's someone that people that we met today, that we know today, some of them are met through his documentation. Yes, these people are my boys. These people are my boys.
No, it's finish it. àti ṣe tán náà ni àti parí ìbọn kan fẹ́ mú one or two things mọ́ náà ni.